What if I told you that your marriage could improve today by simply avoiding 6 mistakes? I am going to share some tips with you that can help you to get better at dealing with these issues. Let's have this conversation. Hello, my friend. Welcome back to the channel. I am Dorian, and this is Not Easily Broken. Let's talk about these 6 things. Number 1, the silent treatment. We've always been there. You're upset, you don't want to talk, so you shut down. But the silent treatment only creates a bigger problem. It only creates more distance and resentment. But here's what you need to do. Understand that open communication is key. Instead of stonewalling, try expressing your feelings in a calm, respectful, and very decent manner. Yes, don't let things fester. You need to address the issue head on and work together to find solution to the problem. Remember, when there's an argument, when there's a problem, no one wins in a fight. When you are in a marriage, it's not about winning an argument. It is about solving the problem so that you can continue to love and add value to each other. Point number 2, taking each other for granted. Oh, this is a big one. You know, the honeymoon phase will fade. Yes. Oh, yes, it will. When the dust settled, finally, you're going to see each other. You're going to see scars. You're going to see personality, behavior that you don't really like. And the daily grind can lead to complacency. You know, my friend, they say that familiarity breeds contempt. You know, contempt means that the more we know someone, the more likely we are to see their flaws and become annoyed by them. This happens because over time, the novelty and the excitement, right, of the relationship wears off. And the everyday imperfection becomes more noticeable. And instead of we finding ways to add value and to learn and to grow together, we often make the little things the main thing. We turn a molehill into a mountain. And see, this is why we have to be intentional about creating love in our marriage. Make a conscious effort to appreciate your partner. Compliment them. Show love. Show them that you care. And make time for romantic gestures. Hug, kiss, slap your wife on the backside as she passed you. When your husband come home, don't have anything under your robe and flash him. Show him all that you've got. Remind yourself why you fell in love in the first place and keep doing things that create love. That's what it's about. Point number 3, ignoring your needs. Yes, ignoring your needs, like you ignoring yourself. It's easy to get caught up into the demand of work, family, and daily life. And remember that you are important. You are just as important as your partner. You know, my friend, you are your top priority. You are your number 1 priority. And if you don't make yourself number 1, who will? You know, my wife is my number 1 priority in terms of my position as a leader, as loving her, serving her, taking care of her. But outside of my relationship with God, God is number 1, and then I am number 2. My wife is number 3. And that may sound like I'm putting her last, but that's where you're wrong. I'm actually putting her first in terms of the priority that I have towards her. But if you are not good to yourself, you are no good to your spouse. You cannot give what you don't have. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And the problems that people are having today is that you give, you give, you give, you give, you serve, and serve some more, and you don't take the time to pour back into yourself. No, my friend. Too many of us leave ourselves last, and when it is all said and done, we are now bleeding on our spouse. We are now dumping on them. We are now taking them for granted because we don't feel good about us. Well, you need to learn how to create balance. And creating a balanced marriage and a balanced relationship, it requires you spending quality time with yourself. Schedule regular time for yourself. Communicate your needs and make sure that you are doing what you need to do in order to add value to your life and to your relationship. Too often people wait until you are exhausted and on the verge of just passing out, drying up. You're not living your best when you're not giving your best to yourself. All right? So don't you put yourself last. No, we don't do that around here. Number 4, lack of quality time. Work, kids, chores, and all other commitment can easily overtake your lives. We have seen it happen. I've seen it happen in my marriage where we have to stop everything and we have to reset. Make time for each other, even if it's just a few minutes each day. We teach couples in our marriage makeover coaching program that at least 15 to 20 minutes or the maximum an hour a day or even a week that you have got to spend time. Maybe you can find an hour a day. And I believe that every spouse should find at least 30 minutes a day to really connect. If you can't find 30 minutes a day, what are we doing? We have 24 hours in a day, and we cannot spend at least an hour with our spouse a day to put away the phone, turn off the TV, and focus on being present with your partner, focus on being present and in the moment. Oh, something is definitely wrong. If you can't find time for each other, who are you finding time with or finding time for? Number 5, sexual intimacy. Sexual intimacy is very important for marriage. Don't you take this for granted. I've often maintained if sex is important to your spouse, it should be important to you too. Make sure that you are fulfilling each other's sexual needs. Talk about it. Have discussion about it. Ask them what they desire. Ask them what they want. Ask them how they desire to be pleased and pleasured sexually. You know, Dave Willis wrote a book, The 7 Laws of Love. And in that book, he said that sex does not make a marriage work, but it's almost impossible to make a marriage work without it. Yes, the Bible even talk about it in, I believe, 1 Corinthians chapter 7, that a man and a woman must understand that they must please their wife sexually. Please your spouse, please your husband sexually. It's your job, it's your duty. So don't ignore sexual intimacy. Number 6, forgetting to celebrate. Life is full of ups and downs, and it's important, my friend, to acknowledge both the good and the bad that happens in your life. But celebrate the win. Celebrate the good. Celebrate the small wins together. Make time for fun and laughter. And keep the sparks going. Be your spouse's biggest cheerleader. Don't allow everyday routine to dull the excitement of being together. Don't allow yourself to get caught up into the busyness of life that you forget to pay attention to the most valuable person in your life. And that is your spouse. And so, my friends, these are the 6 things that I want to share with you. I hope that you are blessed by them. And if you are, do us a favor and hit that like button. Please subscribe and please share. Leave a comment in the comment section and let us know what you think, how you feel. What is one of the tips that you really like to build on? Put it there. Let's continue the conversation in the comment section. And here's another video that I want you to watch. It's going to help you. It's going to bless you. Thank you so much. May God bless you. And I cannot wait to see you in the next one.